All right, couple things on the Falcons, and one thing that I know you're going to yell at me for, and it's okay. You can yell at me for it because I still believe that he's going to be great, and you can't convince me otherwise. And after this year, you might be able to, but I think Penix is going to unlock him. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about all that. We got a lot to look at. The Falcons have had a couple practices now. There's a couple of things that we're talking about with some rookies, and this is just a team that, quite frankly, looks to be a lot more full and a lot more ready to go as far as a roster goes. The construction of the roster seems to be a deeper roster. There's a good blend of youth with a veteran presence. I'm really excited to see what this team is going to do, but honestly, there's more youth. I'm excited about that. And one of the things that all of this goes on, and one of the best news that I'm hearing already, is that the offensive line is already looking like they're starting to gel and that they're starting to do well. And it all starts with Chris Lindstrom. We know that. All right? And he brought two things to training camp. He brought his pillow and his Xbox. And that's all that matters because that is what they're doing. It looks like the offensive line is hanging out, playing video games. But they purposely didn't bring College Football 26 because they knew that their new center, Ryan Newsel, would absolutely destroy them at it. And I just think that's really, really funny. So Lindstrom is rooming with Ryan Newsel, left guard Matthew Bergeron, and right tackle Caleb McGarry. They're all getting there. So that is one of the best things that you can do is all room together. It's absolutely going to help you. But here's the thing that I think is interesting. Matthews, you know what he's going to do on the left side. He's a good left tackle. I am very interested to see what we are going to be able to get out of Ryan Newsel. Look, he's a guy that was drafted out of Appalachian State. Actually, he wasn't drafted, right? And he is going to continue to grow and in skill. And I have my own thoughts on who he's replacing in Dahlman. Because let's just say this. There's run blocking and there's pass blocking. He did one of them really well. And one of them he didn't. And I'm interested to see because center is an important position on the offensive line. I understand that. But the tackles and the guards on this team are fantastic. I would put those four guys when you're looking at right left tackle, right left guard. I would put the talent of those four up against the talent of any of the other offensive lines in the NFL. The one position of question is center. And so with a guy like Lindstrom and Bergeron around him, they might be able to hide him a little bit, but also he might be able to thrive in between them. I think that's the way I'm going to say it, is I think he might be able to thrive in between them. And I think they need this offensive line to be elite for multiple reasons, and here's what they are. Number one, you have a young quarterback behind the offensive line. So he needs to be able to have time to be able to make good decisions and to be able to see the passing lanes clearly. Number two, it will help make Bijan even more elite if they can do this. Number three, Mooney just got hurt. Darnell Mooney got hurt. They're hoping he's back for the beginning of the regular season. They're saying 3-4 weeks. At least that's early on. He hurt his shoulder while laying out for a pass. So they are going to be doing a lot of reliance on Ray McLeod, Drake London, and the guy that I said you're all going to make fun of me for, Kyle Pitts. I still think Kyle Pitts, if given the opportunity, can unlock some serious magic at the tight end position. I really do. And with Darnell Mooney going down, I think this now opens the floodgates. I truly think that this could open the floodgates to allow Kyle Pitts to be that second threat. I really do. Mooney was fantastic last year. I thought he played really, really well. On PFF, he got a 36th. He was 36th graded wide receiver out of 133. That is a absolute starting caliber wide receiver, basically saying he's one of the best number 2 wide receivers in the game, right? Drake London was number 7 based on PFF, and nobody else was close, all right? Nobody else was close. And when you look at the other people that are on this team, right, you have Kaderl Hodge, right? They just brought in DJ Chark, And I do want to talk about DJ Chark for a second. I want everybody to see this, and this is what's called RAS, Relative Athletic Score. Just remember DJ Chark coming out of college 7 years ago, drafted out of LSU, was one of the single most athletic wide receivers ever to be drafted. One of the single most athletic wide receivers ever to be drafted. The best score, if you were the most athletic wide receiver, is a 10. He got a 9.94. So we need to talk about that. We need to consider that. He has had a lot of ankle injuries. He has not been able to finish a season. He just hasn't. But if you need him to come in and do some things early in the year, he might be able to do that for you while Mooney's getting healthy. He might be able to do that. He's a guy who can stretch the field. He's not like the greatest route runner, but he's extremely fast, and I still think he has some of that speed. This is a guy who played for the Detroit Lions, who I'm a fan of, and he was just out there to prove he still had it, and yes, he could get a little bit of separation. It's not remarkable, but it's not bad either. So the offensive line is going to have to play well, because I have said this over and over and over again. A great offensive line makes the entire offense so much better. I truly believe it is so much easier to have, if you have a phenomenal offensive line, for them to make the wide receivers, the running backs, the quarterback, and the tight ends look better than if you have great wide receivers, a great quarterback, and a great running back. Like, it's still hard with the offensive line, right? Like, I mean, let's look over to Cincinnati, right? Makeshift offensive line. Joe Burrow, because he's Joe Burrow, is fighting for his life, doing good things with it. But it's like, it's painful to watch almost. It's almost painful to watch. Same in Miami. How's that offensive doing without a great offensive line? So that's kind of what I'm looking at for that. And then the only other couple things that I wanted to talk about, just as far as takeaways are concerned, unfortunately, Troy Anderson has been placed on the PUP list. This is a guy who just can't catch a break, injury-wise. The good news, Braylon Trice is back after missing his entire rookie year due to a knee injury. And Raheem Morris said, I was so fired up about Braylon last year. I am again this year. It's exciting for him to get back in the mix. I'm excited to see what he can do. And then, all right, I'm going to show it to you. This is an article. I'm going to show it to you. All right, guess who's looking good early? Kyle Pitts. I know. As I get it. You're frustrated. But here's the thing. We can't say he's a never was. We can't yet say he's a complete bust because he had a great season. All right? It says after missing the team's previous offseason activities due to a foot injury, Pitts was back at it Thursday morning, a former top 5 pick, blah, 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 blah. While fans are hesitant to get excited about Pitts due to his lack of production in 2024, the fifth-year tight end is proving to be, I think is what that's supposed to say, a matchup problem at camp yet again. Penix made it clear Pitts will be a big part of the offense. Said, see, we got Kyle Pitts the ball today. Going to be a lot of that, Penix told reporters after practice. I'm telling you, with the combination of Mooney getting banged up, new quarterback in, it's going to give an opportunity for Kyle Pitts to show the wide receiver ability that he has. Big slot coming at you. You can line him up inside. You can line him up outside. You can line him up on the line. You can do it all. Get this dude in your fantasy football drafts. Why not? He's going to be available late, and he's going to look good. Hopefully you have an early draft so you can do it before he looks good in the preseason, if they even play him. People forget how important it is to have a full training camp. And if you miss the entire training camp, you get eased in slow in the season. So by the time Mooney might be eased back in week 4 or 5, Pitts hopefully will already have, cemented his spot. All right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.